What is good, everybody? My favorite loser. So I have just taken a break from my Nuzlocke Honkai Star Rail run. We have just done Svarog successfully, and now we're gonna have a little look at Brax's opinion on Rappa. Now, as you guys know, I am not a Honkai Star Rail guide maker. I don't really know that much about the deep kits of all the characters. I'm just a very, very casual player. I have played since the beginning, since launch of the game. I took a couple months break after like 1.6, and then I came back in like 2.1. But now I'm really interested to see how Rappa's gonna fare. Personally, I'm holding off all my pulls until Sunday, but maybe Braxophone's opinion can convince me that Rappa is cool. I'll be real. She looks fucking awesome, right? Like, her design is great. I don't know what people are like saying that she doesn't look good. I think she looks great. Like, right up my street, right up my alley. This is going to be good. So if you want to come over, join the Twitch family. Links are down below. Remember to like, subscribe, and let's get into Braxophone's opinion about Rappa. Go on in, Braxophone. What do you got for us, baby?
This character is somewhere between Yai and Fortnite, and I think I kind of like it. What's going on,
Fortnite?
guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be...
You guys know how much I bloody love Fortnite. I bloody love Fortnite. God damn.
looking at Rappa from the creator experience server for Honkai Star Rail. This is for patch 2.6, I think. Honestly, it's
Green-eyed queen.
This character is
Green-eyed
super
queen.
sick. I'm stoked to show you how she plays. But just real quick, before we get into it, I do have to let you guys know this is an early access video, which means that things are...
Things will change. Don't take all the numbers for granted, okay? What might be true today may not be true for tomorrow.
Subject to change from when you're watching this. And once again, it's on the creator experience server, so...
I love how, like, her top, like, kind of comes up a bit the way it's tied, bro. She's so quirky. It's so cute.
Things are not entirely finalized. With all that being said, though, let me show you this character. So you know how we just got like Mualani over in Genshin Impact and she can like surf and stuff?
That's
I just
cool.
really just didn't want to miss out on that. So look, we can
Bro,
actually
that's
surf
sick.
around. Like,
I remember seeing this in the live stream.
It's
It
kinda
looks so
cool,
dope.
though. Like you go so fast, and it's good for traversal if you're meaning to do that. You can also enter a battle via this, but I think all the colors are really stimulating for my...
Can I be real though? No one gives a fuck about traversal outside of the story quests, though. For real, though. After you've done all the story and all your side quests and everything like that, you just teleport to wherever you need to go. Calyxes, you teleport. Stagnant Shadows, you just teleport. There's very little reason for this outside. Oh, holy damn! Look at them! Look at them hip things. Oh, damn! Actually, you know what, Rappa? You know what? Mention my mind.
My brain. So that's a good thing for me, at least. I don't know about you guys. But anyways, this is sort of her character design. On the back, you can kind of see this thing. It looks like fire, but
it does.
I'm not actually.
But she's not a fire character, right? She's imaginary?
My hand burn, or
Isn't
is
she
it
imaginary?
kind of like not real? It's hard to say. But her design is pretty cool. I like it.
She looks like she'd be fire.
Before we go into combat, I have 151 speed, and I have a really bad crit rate. Why? Because she's actually a super break character. I have 173 break.
She's super break. Bro, I love Rappa is the character that is, you know, probably one of the last super break characters we're gonna get until 3.0. That's crazy. Every DPS is a super break. So we've had Boot Hill, which is our super break hunt, our single target hunt. We've had Firefly, our super break destruction. We've had, and now we've got an AoE super break. Who else have we had this super break? I'm trying to think. That's really it, right? For DPSs? God damn. We've covered all bases. We're now getting... She's gonna smash Pure Fiction then. Holy shit.
Effect, and I have 3.4k attack. Much like Firefly, she does scale somewhat off of attack, except
Can
this
you...
one
I wonder
feels
if
a
you could
little
just
bit
replace
easier
Firefly
to
with
cap
Rappa.
out. As you can see, she has another trace here when you get close to max level. When an enemy target becomes weakness broken, it increases the break damage they take by 20%, and this can go up to 8% for every 100 excess attack after 2400. That means that you only need 3200 attack, and everything after that is technically stat waste, and it lasts for 2 turns after an enemy.
Okay, so not that much attack.
I'm gonna be honest, guys, with this character, you're gonna be breaking a lot of enemies, so you're probably not gonna have to worry about that. But rather than explain...
But if you're... Oh god, if she can, like, weakness break... If she's an AoE weakness break, and if her weakness breaking is actually kind of fucking cracked, then I could see how that might be more appealing in certain scenarios than, like, say, Firefly. Because Firefly can weakness break 1 to 3 enemies, right? But if Rappa could weakness break a whole squad of shit, Pure Fiction's gonna be crazy.
explain her whole kit, it's best to just show you. So we'll go hop into Memory of Chaos. Just for this example, I'm using Eternal Calculus, which is a free-to-play light code from the Herda shop. And I'm using 2-piece Talia for the planar set and Iron
You
Cavalry
pulling her? I'm not sure yet.
For the build real quick, I'm going attack percent chest piece, speed boots, attack percent orb, and a break effect rope. Oh, and E0 as usual. So let's just hop right into it.
That's not E0. That was very clearly E1, sir.
Oh, and E0.
This is very clearly E1, sir. Sir, this is E1. What does her E1 do? Please let me know. I think that's kind of important. What does her E1 do? It's very clearly not E0. Unless he hasn't unlocked it. Oh, wait. Unless he hasn't actually unlocked it. Okay, my bad.
E0, as usual. So let's just hop right into it. So as mentioned before, this is a Super Break character, so we're going to be playing her in a Super Break team. We have Harmony Trailblazer, Rappa, Ruan Mei, and Linkshot together, and Linkshot is going to help us get some more break damage and also be a cleanser. Basically,
this is going to be an
Gallagher
unholy team.
Here,
Holy
that's
shit.
Totally fine. Ruan Mei for the break efficiency.
Yeah, so I thought he hasn't used it. Yeah, never mind. My bad.
And then Rappa because we're literally showcasing the character. All right, so we're just going to run around. If you make contact with an enemy, it just starts battle. So
okay,
boom,
that's
just
fine.
like that.
That's fine.
All right, so
she
it's Rappa's
looks
turn. We have her at a whopping, after buffs, 176 speed. It's supposed to be because of that Ruan Mei buff. We're getting an extra, like, 10 speed. But typically, you don't need her to be
I didn't realize Ruan Mei gave us 10 speed.
She has a single target basic attack, and if you use her skill, it becomes AoE.
That's she looks so cool.
Meaning she's meant to slap the ever-living crap out of all of
these
guys.
She looks really
cool. And for a quick
cool.
explanation of what both of them do, her basic attack is nothing special until you use her ultimate, so we're not going to worry about that right away. And her skill just does damage to everyone. What you're actually going to notice here is
that
my God, every single time you break an enemy...
I'm so tired of all these, like, descriptions being the size of the holy fucking Bible. My God, you have to read the whole, like, New Testament to, like, figure out what a character does. I just want to hit something and kill it, bro. I just want to hit something and let it die. Oh, God.
Weakness, and it doesn't have to be with Rappa. It's just anytime an enemy's weakness is broken, she gets 1 point of charge, up to a maximum of 10. When you launch the third hit of her ultimate, it deals additional break damage, which affects your super break damage, and it actually ignores weakness type when you use her ultimate. The toughness reduction is reduced when you're ignoring weakness type, but you also get some bonuses from it. Now, the instances of charge, we have 3 right off the bat from her technique because we came into battle and hit them, so 3 enemies are weakness broken. But as you can see, we also have these 3 little tick boxes like Harmony MC has. And actually, I don't think I activated my Harmony MC Eidolon, so I'll be right back.
That's cool. Like, we've got a little purple bar over it.
Now we have the opportunity to attack with Rappa, and I'm gonna just show you her animations. They're super sick. Our goal is just gonna be to break everything and do super break damage, but first we gotta get our Harmony MC's ultimate up. So go ahead and use this. And it's just something about that is just so visually stimulating for my brain. Maybe I'm
my Google Gaga brain likes it a lot.
Hi, Waiva. Love those colors on the screen. Oh my God. You could jingle keys in front of me, and I think I would find probably similar enjoyment to that. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and skill with Linkshot. Get some super break damage. My Linkshot, I believe, is built with an ER rope, so our super break damage is not actually that crazy. And now that we have Harmony MC up again, we're actually just going to basic attack this guy on the left because I want to get skill points back. We're going to go ahead and basic attack this guy with Ruan Mei. And then they're going to attack us and give us the rest of the energy we need, essentially. So Bunny's going to attack.
Damage is crazy. Super break is just
because
nuts.
It's up and we're
everyone hits like a truck.
Not everyone. Sometimes
everyone hits like a truck.
Swing at everyone, you'll get some energy, but it's okay. So we came up on Rappa's ultimate right now.
Let's see the ult.
As you can see, they have the 3 stacks empty and the 10 stacks of charge. What we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and use her ultimate at dude.
Oh, she looks so cool. Bros, she looks so cool. Oh no, am I going to pull for her? Oh, am I going to pull for Rappa? Oh my goodness. Okay, she looks, yep. Bro, you can see the boot. Oh my God.
Dude, it looks so sick.
Holy!
It looks so freaking cool. I absolutely love it.
Yo! The Suka, the Yoiki Tenkai! Skuna Mizush! That's what... Bro, she's literally doing the Gojo. She's doing the Gojo side. Brother, she's doing the Gojo side. Like, legit. The fuck? Bro, it's actually the Gojo side. It's, bro. Muyo Kujo.
think of what it reminds me of, I think there's a specific mission in Sonic Adventure Director's Cut that I played on GameCube a long time ago where you like run down a building, and I think it's a little bit of
what? JJK Phantom Parade, sponsor me, thanks.
Combined with the Fortnite drop trail. But anyway, so now we're in her ultimate. As you can see, she has these 3 charges and these 10 stacks. Well, the 3 charges
what does that mean?
are actually the amount of times you can use the enhanced basic attack. And sorry, I don't mean just the enhanced basic attack. I mean the combo of enhanced basic attacks, right? So this guy still has toughness to break, so we're going to go ahead and hit them once.
Okay.
Boom.
Oh my god, the
slashes are broken. Now we can hit the middle one. Boom, 129. And the last hit is going to be AoE, and it's actually going to do less toughness reduction, but it's going to hit everything.
Oh my god.
And it's pretty disgusting. You'll see this drop off here.
Oh.
Boom, 884.
Oh, that is so cool. Oh, she's so cool. Oh, this is really cool, guys. This is really. I love this. This is sick, bro. The Sukuna slashes. Yeah, I'm interested, bro. I'm so JJK brain rotted. It's insane.
Okay, and now we just get to go again. The reason is because when you activate her ultimate, she actually gets an extra turn. So that those first 3 attacks were her extra turn. Now is her actual turn. So we get to do this. And boom, that guy is done.
Holy damage!
And we use 2 sequences of that. And now Rappa's up again because we just switched cycles and she is the fastest character. So we get to go 3 times in a row.
Oh my god.
As you see, we're going to go and blast, and we're going to AoE right here.
That is insane.
Boom, money comes up, and we can ult right again for an extra turn. Now, one thing to know, there is one super important thing. Essentially, her basic attacks are a little strange. So they're actually generating energy. You saw, we got our ultimate almost right away after that, right? So her basic attacks are generating normal amount of basic attack energy. Her ult is going to give her 5 energy, which is normal. Her base...
So her energy regen must be kind of nuts then, huh?
Basic attack 1 in the combo is going to give 5 energy and dish out 10 toughness break. Her basic attack 2 is going to be 5 energy and 10 toughness break as well. That's 10 energy and 20 toughness break in the first 2 hits. The third hit is going to give you the last 10 energy of the basic attack. So you still are getting 20 energy with the basic attack, but the last hit is AoE, so it's actually only doing 5 toughness break on each enemy. But if we go and look at her talent, the third hit's going to get all of the buffs and bonuses to it. So even though it is AoE, your main
Firefly or Rappa. I mean, that's what we're finding out today. That's what we're finding out. Like, is Rappa better than Firefly? What is the use case of Firefly versus Rappa? I think that's gonna be a discussion everyone is having. You know, I think it's important to distinguish erudition characters from destruction characters, because erudition falls off when you come to like bosses or like your second half of like MOC 12, for example. I feel like in those scenarios, Firefly would be better purely because of the nature of her kit. But we'll see. We'll see.
It's going to take a ton more damage. But okay, so that 25 energy shouldn't be enough to get your ult back, right? Well, you also have other buffs as well. When you break an elite level or higher enemy's weakness, you're actually getting a bonus 10 energy. So if there's multiple elites and you break them, Rappa's getting an extra 10. Ooh. And on top of that, just getting enemy defeats and defeating enemies in general gives you a lot of energy too. So all of those things combined help her build up her ultimate again. We got 20 energy from her basic. Her ultimate was an extra 5, so 25 energy plus another 20 because she moved right away again, and all of the weakness breaks and all of the
stack her with an ER rope for real. But Rappa actually has more break bonus with a total is 43% if you count. Oh my god, guys, numbers, holy shit. Rappa actually has more break bonus with in total is 450% if you count the bonus attack increase break bonus with the normal trace break stats you get. So totally, bro, use commas 700 break percent in total. That's a lot. 700 is a lot. Implant a baby inside of her. I could do that. She's hot as fuck.
Enemy KOs, which basically led us to just having another one right away. So that's how we got our ultimate back so fast. One other thing to note is that while you're in seal form state, which
guys, I'm sorry,
you actually get increased weakness break efficiency and break effect, which is nice because Ruan Mei also gives you some of that, right? But on top of that, there's a trace that makes it so that you actually convert toughness reduction from instances of damage to extra super break damage, which helps her dish out even more damage. You can see she's doing a lot, right? So go ahead and watch this.
That's a lot of super break damage.
Boom, 137. Boom, 200k.
That's crazy.
And the third hit's gonna slap. Are you ready? 1.2 mil. Now, I feel like I don't need to remind you guys of this, but I will, just because I want to make sure everyone's on the same page if maybe you skip to this part of the video. Rappa is on a free-to-play light code at E0. So this amount of damage is pretty insane. We'll go in AoE because we have the we have the skill points to do it.
But again, the question I want to put forward is like, how long is Super Break going to be relevant for? You know what I mean? Like, this is relying on enemies who have toughness gimmicks. They have weakness break gimmicks. You know what I mean? So is she? You know, it's hard. It's hard to know. Like, is she worth pulling because she's this really cool, new, flashy AoE Super Break character? Is Super Break even going to be something that we care about that much going forward? Is Super Break going to end up being like fucking Dendro in Genshin, where it's just OP no matter the patch? It's going to be interesting to see.
And we'll also go and do the same thing here. Use our skill. Ruan Mei's asleep. It's okay. She's a little EP. I'm going to hit this guy with the second one. Get a Septus down. And then this should kill, or this should break him. Boom. And we actually get one more sequence of those. So as long as these guys get broken, we should be chilling. We're going to go ahead and skill on Link Shot,
okay.
Bring Banui up. And now for Rappa's next turn, this is not going to be a 0 cycle, unfortunately. But now for Rappa's next turn, they're dead. That's their gift, is they get to perish on Rappa's next turn. We need to skill on Ruan Mei, so we're going to do that. And Rappa's ultimate comes back up. I mean, these guys are mostly dead anyways. But check this out.
Crazy.
Boom, boom. Boom, 401k, and we had her ultimate back again.
It's so okay. She's nuts.
To be honest, she seems pretty good to me. Based on my first impressions, kind of looking at it.
Link, Shaw, Rappa, Harmony, and Ruan Mei is the perfect break fight team, right? I'm pretty new. Yep. If you don't have Link, Shaw, Gallagher will be fine. But yeah, you could honestly, if you don't have, my opinion currently, if you don't have Firefly or you don't have a weakness break DPS, but maybe you have Ruan Mei, maybe you have Link Shaw, okay? Because she just came out. If you have Link Shaw, Rappa might be a good pull for you. Absolutely. If you don't have Boot Hill, you don't have Firefly, pick up a Rappa. I think it'll be pretty good for you. 100%.
And playing the character, she seems pretty dang good to me. I feel like she's a pretty solid character overall. Now, is she better than like Firefly or Acheron or Boot Hill? It's honestly kind of hard to say, because MOC is going to feature things that are going to put certain characters ahead of others. That's
for sure.
Kind of how it is.
Again, it's the gimmick of the month, right? What's the gimmick of the month? We all know that when Rappa comes out, MOC is going to favor her, so she's going to be top of the Pridwin charts, right? Because she's going to be cracked for it. But we'll see how she fares up. But maybe in something like Pure Fiction, she'll have a place there for sure. I have Lakeshore. My current team is so bad. That's why I need an upgrade.
But I do think she is a really solid character. Considering we're using Eternal Calculus on this, we're not using her signature. She does a lot of damage. I think what makes me happy about this is that she's an erudition character and she's just smashing MOC. Granted, MOC has, like, I'm gonna try to be as unbiased as I can here. MOC does have multiple enemies and multiple trash mobs this time around. It doesn't always have 5 enemies.
Yeah.
And
see, this is the thing. It has a lot of trash mobs, which is gonna favor Rappa immensely. Again, I still believe that someone like Firefly is going to do well against, those big bosses at the end. She's probably not going to be able to keep up with that necessarily. But, doesn't mean she's bad. It's just everyone has their place and purpose. And there is not one universal character for everything, right? There isn't one universal character for everything.
Sometimes it only has like 4, but just because MOC has more than 3 enemies, I feel like it makes it worth it for her. And even then, she has like 2 of her hits are blast anyways, so it's not like she's always going to be hitting all 5 enemies every single time. She just seems like her damage holds up in multiple game modes. I tried her in Pure Fiction. She works so there cool as well. I actually found a lot of success with her too in Apocalyptic Shadow.
Oh,
that was something that surprised me a lot, because Apocalyptic Shadow I thought was meant to be like the hunt game mode or like the single target game mode. A little bit. But realistically, Apocalyptic Shadow kind of changes by the patch. And in general, teams that can break the enemy are really just king in that game mode. And because Rappa is a break character, she does very, very well. Let me go ahead and show you her light cone too, by the way. Just while we're looking at it, I'll go ahead and equip it just so you guys can see. It's going to increase her break effect by 60%, which is pretty good. But as you guys saw, I was using Eternal Calculus and it was fine. When you enter battle,
bro, if Firefly had weakness implant AoE, that would be busted, bro. That would be kind of nuts. That would be kind of nuts. I won't lie. Firefly means that you can kind of use her wherever you really want to, especially the bigger boss. But goddamn. Yeah, implant AoE would be... Whoa.
Immediately get 30 energy. This seems huge for her just to be able to get started early. You'd be able to start right at the start of the fight as opposed to her second turn. And then after you use your ultimate, you would get Raiton. And after using 2 basic attacks, it advances her action forward by 50% and removes Raiton. Now you have to use her ultimate to reset Raiton, but it basically just makes it so that you get action forward, which is super nice. She does benefit a lot from action forward. And in fact, let me tell you about her teams real quick. So the unfortunate thing about Super Break teams is that they are pretty limited right now. There are really solid supports in the game that just, I would say they just work like pretty well with most Super Break characters. There are some pretty solid supports in the game right now for free-to-play players. Like Harmony Trailblazer is just incredible and completely enables the archetype for people. And of course you have March as a sub DPS if you want to play like...
Are we gonna get a 5-star version of the Harmony MC? Or does that already exist somewhere? Or have I missed something? Like, are we gonna get an upgrade to that at some point? Probably.
Shadow or something. March can end up being a pretty solid fill if you don't have someone like Ruan Mei to help you out. But Ruan Mei is going to be the go-to support. Like, you definitely want to have Harmony Trailblazer and Ruan Mei together if you're going to play Rappa. If you remove Trailblazer and there's not another character that enables Super Break, you may be in for a little bit of trouble getting her to do a ton of damage, because she does do her own instance of Super Break damage, but it's not going to be on the same level as just using Harmony
Trailblazer is just
break efficiency
necessary.
That's going to make breaking with Rappa even easier, as well as the speed buff for your whole team, which is super nice. Now, Linkshaw, I was running because it's like optimal, but you can also just use Gallagher. Gallagher fills in. It basically does very, very similar things. He has a cleanse on his skill if you have his Eidolons. He does have general self-healing for your team, and he does a ton of damage with Super Break teams.
Oh, our little rough Gallagher. Look at him. Oh, look at him. Cute little Gallagher.
So Gallagher is the GOAT, and he's going to continue to be the GOAT. But because Rappa
So if you pull Rappa, you just switch your Firefly team? Yeah. Rappa, it's just the DPS, right? It's the same thing for fucking Boot Hill. Just insert Boot Hill, insert Rappa, insert Firefly, you know what I mean? We've got the holy trinity of weakness DPSs, Hunt, Erudition, and Destruction.
An imaginary character, and you might play her against imaginary weak enemies if you choose to. Aventuring can also be pretty solid. He does work better in follow-up teams if you're just looking for synergy, but because he is a character that's going to keep you alive at all costs, and he's going to also help slowly whittle down imaginary shields, Aventuring can also be solid. Plus, Ruan Mei is going to buff Aventuring's damage bonus, which also helps. Now, who could you use if... Now, as for other supports, if you're looking for something a little more free-to-play friendly, if you don't have Ruan Mei, first off, I highly recommend you pull for Ruan Mei, because she's amazing, unless she just instantly gets power crept, but yeah.
Bro, I'm so glad. One of the few times in my gacha life that I got a double, I pulled double Ruan Mei on a 10 pull. And then I got a like, bro, I'm so glad I got a double Ruan Mei. Chef's kiss. Then I quit Honkai for 6 months.
Hasn't happened yet. So, you know, Ruan Mei's super solid character to pick up. But Bronya is a character that you can use to fill in just to use action forward on Rappa to get her more instances and opportunities to attack. It's not going to be as powerful as Ruan Mei. This is just more of like if you're free to play and you happen to have a Bronya with you, this is an option for you if you want to play Rappa.
I could do with a Bronya on my Nuzlocke account.
It's a similar deal. She has 50% action forward, so she can pull Rappa up, give her more turns, stuff like that. I wouldn't recommend trying to go like crit Rappa and playing like Asta or anything like that. I just don't think that's super worth it. The only other characters you're really playing instead of Ruan Mei are going to be Bronya Sparkle, or if you want to run a sub DPS, you can also play like March, or if you're in Pure Fiction, you can play Jade. But generally speaking, because Rappa isn't like a follow-up character, you're going to want to stick with this one if you can. And that's what I would say is Rappa's like biggest downside.
I actually think it's kind of sad that Ruan Mei is basically fucking essential for Super Break teams. It is kind of sad that she's basically like, no, you almost need her. And there isn't a great 4-star alternative for her. I think that's kind of sad. But at the same time, you know, so her worth is crazy. The worth of a Ruan Mei on an account is nuts.
Side. People are saying she's weak because they say that like she didn't power creep Firefly, she didn't power creep Boot Hill, she didn't power creep Acheron, so she's not worth pulling. If that's how you feel about characters, that's fine. You don't have to pull.
No, she's an imaginary character. I feel that the type, the actual element type is important, especially for MOC. You know, having someone be imaginary versus you know, fire or wind or whatever it means a lot. So having that variety is important, you know what I mean? But then you could have something like Firefly who just implant fire anyway, you know what I mean? So
pull for her, right? But I feel like she's
not real.
do her job fairly well. You can definitely zero cycle with this character, especially with a better build and more preparedness, more resets potentially. This character is definitely capable of doing that.
I've never really understood when people say, oh, it power creeps this character, but they're a different like fucking type. I feel like it's only true power creep when they're another DPS of the same type that does the same job.
I also really like that all of her traces are meaningful for her. Getting the break effect speed.
Like Fei Xiao, I believe, is a genuine power creep to Blade. Genuinely.
Attack percent are all super nice for her. I know like a lot of characters will have like HP stats randomly, and like you get them because you want the character to live, but like it would be so much nicer if the stats went into something a little bit easier for you to be able to build into. And as I mentioned before, since you can zero cycle this character at E0, you don't need Eidolons, but if you want to get Eidolons,
E6 Blade. I have an E2 Blade, or is it E1? I have an E1 Blade.
This makes it so that she ignores 15% of target defense, and after her seal form, she gets 20 energy back. So it just makes it even faster to recover her ultimate.
Oh, that's quite big.
Is going to enhance her basic attacks first 2 hits. Her second Eidolon's going to enhance her enhanced basic attacks even further to make it so that they have more toughness reduction. So as I mentioned to you guys before, they have 10 toughness reduction normally on those first 2 basic attacks, but they're actually going to have 15 after this. So that'll be super helpful. That'll basically put you at 35 toughness break instead of 25, which can be pretty
That's quite
good.
a lot.
Her E3 is a skill and talent level up. Her E4 is gonna also, but her E4 is more of a supporting ability, which I think is really interesting. It's going to increase all of your allies' speed by 12%. So do with that information what you will. I don't think that's like super necessary because obviously, like I said, we can already zero cycle. But you know, if you're gonna E6,
it's just,
that's a nice little bonus
added.
to have. Might make speed tuning a little weird if you do any of that with her in the team.
So her,
so her
E1, E2 is pretty
gonna
good.
Be ultimate or basic attack level up. And E6 is going to make it so that when the battle starts, she gets 5 points of the talent's charge right off the bat. And after you launch a 3rd hit of her ultimate, you get 5 points of charge back immediately. So anytime you're using those points from her ultimate, specifically the 3rd hit, you're instantly able to get more points back. Now, this only matters because you're able to get her ultimate faster if you have things like her light cone, which is going to help you get to ult 1 turn sooner, and then the next turn you'll be able to start getting more energy back, and then your other.
So you're looking to use her ult
E1.
very often.
And then of course, because you have Eidolons, you're potentially defeating enemies faster, which is just more energy more quickly. That's the only reason you really.
The zero cycle is cheering right now at the sight of increased energy.
Guys, I'm gonna keep it real. I wouldn't go for the Eidolons, and frankly, I wouldn't go for the light cone either. But if you're a fan of this character, or maybe the streamer MyRuby, this design might be for you, and maybe you want to pull for them. I'm gonna be pulling for Rappa for sure, especially over my Twitch, twitch.tv/Brax. But
I'm interested.
She's a must pull. I don't think she's bad. I think people doom posting this character are a little silly, as you guys just saw what she's capable of doing. So
why would you doom post her? I don't understand why she's not worth doom posting over. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, she doesn't power creep these characters by a bajillion, therefore she's not good. It's so dumb. Like, they gotta be kids who come up with these opinions. She seems really dope. She seems pretty strong. She fills the role she's meant to fill. Do you know what I mean? She's not a Firefly. She's not going to implant weakness. She's not... That is literally one of Firefly's main points, right? That is one of her main selling points. Is that you could use her almost universally if you really want to. You know? That you can't do that here. But what you can do is absolutely fuck shit up. And she looks dope as fuck. And you... Bro, I'm so tempted to pull. I'll be real. If you don't have Firefly, then I do recommend pulling a Rappa. Especially if you have a Ruan Mei in your arsenal. I wholly recommend doing it. She seems sick. Like, why not? She seems great. And she has a sick design. And she looks really cool. So I appreciate that. This was a dope video. Why am I not... Oh my god. Sinful. How am I not subscribed? Holy shit. Great video. 10 out of 10. I feel like I could always trust Braxophone's opinion. I feel like I could always trust Brax's opinion. So I appreciate... I might pull for Rappa. We'll see. We'll see when she comes out. And if we do, I will be pulling her on my Twitch. Twitch.tv Captain Cabinetz. Without the A in Captain because someone took it. And I hate them for that. But that's really cool. Make sure you give us a like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Are you going to be pulling Rappa? And what do you think? I appreciate y'all. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace.